Hey, what's going on, everybody? Movie Fam here, and it's Tuesday. Time for another top three. Now, last week I asked the question: what top three movies from the Universal Movieverse would you are your favorites? Sorry, Fam's a little tired. We got Ghostface Kid 101. He said number three, Frankenstein meets the Wolfman. I've yet to see that. In fact, the only two I haven't seen from the entire Universal series is that one and the Creature from the Black Lagoon trilogy. I've seen one of them a long time ago, but I haven't seen them since. He said number two, Bride of Frankenstein, and number one, he lumped together the entire Creature from the Black Lagoon trilogy. He said he felt like he had to do that because he says he didn't want his entire top three to just be Creature from Black Lagoon, Creature Walks Among Us, and is it Revenge of the or Return of the Creature from Black? Whichever one the second one was. Then yeah, so thank you, Ghostface Kid, appreciate it. The Omen hit me up and said number three, The Mummy, which I enjoyed. The Mummy, that was pretty good. Number two, Creature from the Black Lagoon, and number one, The Wolfman. So, boom. Simon Terrell hit me up and said number three, The Mummy. Two, Dracula. And number one, Frankenstein. So, all solid ones there. And 30 Wolfman hit me up and said number three, Frankenstein. Number two, Bride of Frankenstein. And number one, without a shadow of a doubt, we all knew this one, The Wolfman. So, I want to thank you guys very much. Thank you for jumping in on this one this week. Or I guess last week. This week, this one actually comes from one of the guest stars on here, the man with no name. And he wanted to ask, give me your top three non-horror movies that were directed by horror directors. So, top three non-horror movies directed by horror directors. And we all know there's always those horror directors that try to branch out and do other stuff or whatnot. I'm not gonna lie, this was a struggle for me because I literally could not think of hardly any. And the show my poser colors, I picked all the same director. So I'm sorry, man, no name. I really am. But I can only, because like Wes Craven's movies sucked, like that aren't horror. I just don't give a shit. Like Red Eye was kind of a thriller and it sucked, and I don't know. I'm not big on Sam Raimi. Fuck Sam Raimi. Even fuck Sam Raimi when he does horror. Like the one I like was the Evil Dead trilogy. Drag Me to Hell can suck a dick. Yeah. So I mean, and I know there's others I'm blanking right now, but but yeah, typically though, like Peter Jackson kind of stuck with horror, but then he kind of moved on. So I don't know if you count, some Peter Jackson movies or not. Cronenberg kind of, he started off in horror big time, so I mean, I'm guessing that would count. But even though these three are actually solid picks, like these are like three of my favorites, like easily. So I don't feel too bad for not branching out too much for mine. The director in question is John Carpenter. My number three, Assault on Precinct 13. Just fucking love it. It's awesome. Just for a very low budget, no budget thriller, just solid. I mean, just packed with suspense and everything else. So number two, Escape from New York. Come on, fucking Snake Plissken, man. And speaking of fucking Kurt Russell, we got number one, Big Trouble in Little China, with some huge news. Remake apparently on the horizon with The Rock. And you know what? Normally the fandom's all like, fuck remakes, but I'm actually excited for that. So, yeah, we'll just have to wait and see. But yeah, there's my three. Assault Precinct 13, Escape from New York, and Big Trouble in Little China. So, I want to know, and not just me, the man with no name wants to know, what are your top three non-horror movies directed by horror directors? So you guys know how to do it at this point. You guys can, leave a comment down below. Video responses, and of course Facebook and Twitter. So yeah, and I'm not gonna lie, because he hit me up with that. He didn't know. He's like, I don't know if you want to do this or not. I encourage, if you guys have some top threes that you would like to see me do, hey, absolutely, because I'm not gonna lie, I've been scraping the barrel on these top threes for a while now. So yeah, I would love some, last week was Ghostface Kid, or no, sorry, week before that was Ghostface Kid, and then man, gonna name him this week. So yeah, absolutely. You guys got suggestions for top threes? Hey, drop them by. So with that, I am the movie Phantom.